Thank you so much for joining this channel. And today I am going to, discuss a specific topic that is Microsoft Agentic AI pattern. So those who are actually, from the software industry, they know very well the design patterns originally used, right? The pattern means which solve recurring problems. So in the .NET also we have a design patterns, repository pattern, CQRS pattern. There are many patterns are there. Similarly, in agentic also, we have some AI patterns. There are a couple of patterns, but two, three are mostly specific or important. So we will cover AI, AI design pattern, why we need pattern, code pattern, and few implementation. So pattern means the same problem can be done in a the same task but three different ways. Say for example, in agentic AI we have react, reflection, and planning. These three are majorly used. React and reflection is very important. React means gather information dynamically as needed. Reflection, draft it and then improve it, means first round, second round kind of thing. And planning means first you make the blueprint and then you fill it up. So either you can go with the planning mode, reflection mode, or react mode. React means where you will react, then act, again you will think, again you will react. So you can see if I write a use case, suppose use case is write a leave approval email. So I think generally we unknowingly use reflection pattern. In general, forget about AI. Where you write a first email, then we correct it, and again we will make it perfect. So sort of draft copy, I can give it to my colleague or the senior. He will check, give as a critic. He will give some comments. Or today's in this AI world, you can write a draft email and give it to the copilot or chat GPT. It will work as a critic, or sometimes it will to actually do the work for you and then rewrite. So that is a reflection. So learn by you know multiple steps. React means you will thought, then you will do a action, and then observe and answer. Dynamic. Planning means you will do the plan, just like HDFC life cycle, right? We do the planning, then we do the designing, right? Similarly, plan, execute, and summarize. It's normal. So reflection and react is nothing new. It is already happening in our day-to-day life. So what is that planning? Planning means always you have to plan, understand the task. Say for example, a requirement came right from client. First you understand the requirement understanding, then you will create the roadmap. Then you will think right with the design document or architecture document what needs to execute. So it's all documentation, coding, testing. So all comes under the execute step. And then whatever you do, all things think to be collected. That means you are taking a bigger problem but divide into bits and pieces, just like we take a bigger epic and divide into the stories, then stories into the tasks. Similarly, you can do in the planning also. What is it? Create a strategy before acting, right? You are making a strategy, multiple step workflow, right? Travel planning, project execution, large migration. So large migration means you are migrating code, you migrating database, infrastructure. So better to do a planning and then you proceed. Project execution, if it is a bigger one, travel planning. First you will make itinerary and then you will check the value, availability and then make the planning. So multi-step workflow. Big goal. So we are not doing the big tasks in a single go. We will divide it, prioritize it, and estimate. It is similar to like taking a story, make it as a peak or feature, then create stories and then task. So complex business workflow, long running enterprise automation, migration agents. So migration agent, API agent, UI agent, it may be database agent, infrastructure agent, DevOps agent. So all will be good, good fit for the planning pattern. What about React? So there should be some reason. Based on the reason, you will act it and then you will observe, right? So planning tool call answer once, and it will continue this loop until the job is done. So react act iteratively. Incident response. Suppose I am raising an incident, right? And the support team is fixing it again. It will send back. Then again I will check. Again I will. So it will go on. Database troubleshooting, customer support, any research. Right? Research cannot be done in a single step. You need to execute multiple times. Trial and error method. So observe, reason, call tools and repeat until complete. So first you will find the reason why you are doing. Then you will call the tools to do that. Then you will observe. And if you think things are still pending, again you repeat the same thing. Tool heavy agent, RAG agent, right? Monitoring, production monitoring, RAG agent, migrate, okay, that you can do. Now, for reflection, the third one, where it is like you are writing an email. You will first make a draft copy, then you will give someone will give suggestion or correct it, and again you will rewrite. Like code review, security, document review, policy compliance, critic output. Just like in a movie, right? Movie being made, then the critic give an answer, then again they correct it, cut the scenes, and finally they make it a proper film before it actually comes into the market. High accuracy domain, just like space research or healthcare, we need high accuracy, right? Healthcare is very important. We cannot take direct action because it actually causes a disaster to the human. So where the life matters, better to go with the reflection. There are other also, but these three are very important, right? Reflection, react. So reflection where you will use healthcare, where will do in a one shot, two shot, three shot. First you will do a draft copy, then you will take a suggestion and again. That is a good for reflection. And if it is a react where you will find the reason, act, and again you will observe, so that you can do in case of troubleshooting, or suppose you are booking a cab, so you have to check the weather, react. But these things will continue go on until the process is complete. And this is planning. This planning is everywhere, multi-step travel migration job. So what is RAG? There is another pattern. Okay, main three are those are three pattern, but RAG is a specific system. Even though it is, I can say it is like a pattern, but it are used in a different perspective. Okay, finding the local data instead of depending on everything on for the LLM, enterprise search, knowledge search, HR bot, memory, which will store the conversational discussion, so that you don't need to start from the beginning. Email collector, multi-agent is collaborate, software delivery, financial research. So ultimately the main thing is planning, react, and reflection. If you so these three can work individually. In some cases you need all three together to make it what best fit for some certain scenario. So planning and react means you will plan first, then dynamically execute based for incident response and autonomous operation. Planning plus reflection, create a plan and then validate before execution. Compliance workflow. React and reflection, agent act, then self check, based for coding and troubleshooting. React and RAG, retrieve the knowledge before tool decision. Gate for enterprise copilots. Memory plus React use previous context while reasoning. And all three combination enterprise grade autonomous workflow plan, investigate, verify, execute. So same thing you have mentioned that scenario like when you go for a verification, so planning, RAG, and reflection. There is no need of React, planning and reflection required with RAG. If you got incident response, planning, React, and reflection, all three pattern. IT help desk, we need memory, React. React means it will think, observe, and then action tool. Code review, we said already, reflection and RAG will be better. We can go with reflection also, but reflection dot also better. Combination. Travel planner, definitely we need a planning and then tool. So the key takeaway is that the pattern are usable building blocks. Individual pattern solve focus problem. We can combine, do a permutation combination of these three pattern. Three pattern are React pattern, reflection pattern, and planning pattern. But along with that, you can punch, rag, and tool so that you can achieve, particular use cases. This combination may work, and if you are using any .NET or Azure, you can use MAF framework with Azure Monitor, Log Analytics, AI Search. AI Search means the vector database, Agentic framework. If it is IT help desk, Azure OpenAI Graph API, code review, then GitHub Azure DevOps, travel planner, maps, weather API. So hope you understand, this different pattern. Okay, in this session. Thank you.